Your mind is probably doing something right now that you don't even notice. It's running a background program that's been quietly controlling your mood, your confidence, and even how you show up in the world. Overthinking isn't just having a lot of thoughts. It's something much deeper. There's a hidden psychological loop running beneath your awareness that's actually feeding your overthinking. And until you understand how this loop works, you'll keep getting pulled back into the same mental spirals no matter what techniques you try. What your mind's hiding from you, something that seems totally upside down. You can't stop overthinking because you think too much. You can't stop because you feel too much, and you don't even realize you're feeling it. Your mind makes around 60,000 thoughts every day, but only some of them stick around long enough to bother you. A thought sparks a feeling. The feeling makes the thought stronger. The stronger thought creates even more feeling, and the cycle keeps going until you're caught up in something that started as just a small passing thought. Patterns of overthinking. Overthinking doesn't always look the same. Sometimes it's replaying that embarrassing moment from 3 years ago. Sometimes it's imagining every possible way tomorrow's meeting could go wrong. Sometimes it's standing in front of your closet for 20 minutes because you can't decide what to wear. It could be refreshing your phone every 5 minutes, wondering why someone hasn't texted you back, or lying awake at night because you noticed a weird feeling in your chest and now you're convinced something's seriously wrong with your health. Maybe it's staring at an email for an hour because you can't get the wording perfect enough to send. Different face, same problem. You're stuck in your thoughts instead of living your life. Why negative thoughts feel so real. Your brain is built to make you pay attention to them, even if they're not true. They create what scientists call a negativity bias. Your brain gives negative information 5 times more weight than positive information. One criticism can wipe out 5 compliments. One mistake can overshadow 10 successes. The negative thought trap. Negative thoughts aren't the same as overthinking, but they often go hand in hand. Overthinking is when your mind gets stuck in repeating thoughts. Negative thinking is when your brain jumps to the worst-case scenario, criticizes you, or imagines bad outcomes. Negative thoughts sound like, "I always mess things up. This will definitely go wrong. Something bad is about to happen." These thoughts feel true because they trigger your threat detection system. Your brain treats each of these thoughts like, "There's a tiger behind that bush," as information that could save your life. Stop the spiral. The moment you catch a negative thought, you have about 3 seconds before it hooks your nervous system and starts the spiral. These 3 seconds are your window of power. First, recognize it's happening. Most negative thoughts start with words like always, never, everyone, no one, I can't, or what if. These are red flags that your brain is taking over. Then use the stop, challenge, replace method. Stop. Say stop out loud or in your head. This breaks the thought's momentum. Challenge. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me or hurting me right now? Don't focus on whether it's true. Focus on whether it's useful. Replace. Pick a more balanced thought. Not overly positive, just fair. Instead of saying, "I always mess up," say, "I made a mistake and I can learn from it." The reality check. When negative thoughts hit, ask these reality check questions. What evidence do I actually have that this is true? Most negative thoughts crumble when you demand proof. Would I say this to a friend going through the same thing? You probably wouldn't, so why say it to yourself? What would I tell someone I care about if they had this thought? Then give yourself the same compassion. Is this thought about something I can control right now? If not, it's just mental noise. The feeling first method. Most mental health advice tells you to challenge your thoughts or replace negative thoughts with positive ones. You're trying to solve an emotional problem with a thinking solution. The real breakthrough comes when you stop fighting the thought and start working with the feeling underneath it. This is the feeling first method, and it works because emotions have a natural life cycle. When you allow them to exist without resistance, they process themselves and naturally dissolve. The moment you catch yourself spiraling, instead of asking, "How do I stop thinking about this?" ask, What am I feeling right now? Is it fear, shame, anger, sadness? Don't try to fix it or push it away. Just acknowledge it exists. This does something powerful in your nervous system. When you name an emotion without judgment, you're switching from survival mode back to thinking mode. The emotional fuel gets processed, and the thought loses its power over you. Breaking negative thought patterns. Negative thoughts love patterns. They follow the same mental highways over and over until those pathways become automatic. Every time you catch and redirect a negative thought, you're literally rewiring your brain. Neuroscientists call this neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new connections throughout your life. The 24-hour rule. When a negative thought feels overwhelming, use the 24-hour rule. Tell yourself, you'll revisit this tomorrow. Most negative thoughts lose their power when you put distance between you and them. Write the thought down if you need to. This gets it out of your head and onto paper where you can see it more objectively. Often, when you read it back 24 hours later, you'll wonder why it felt so intense. Starving negative thoughts. Negative thoughts feed on attention and emotion. The more you fight them, argue with them, or try to prove them wrong, the stronger they get. It's like feeding a stray cat. It keeps coming back. Instead, starve them. When a negative thought appears, acknowledge it without emotion. Then redirect your attention to something concrete in the present moment. Don't try to think positive thoughts to replace them. This usually backfires because your brain knows you're being fake. Just move your attention somewhere else. Escape the mind loop. This next technique sounds almost too simple, but it's the most powerful thing you'll learn today. When you're caught in an overthinking loop, your attention is completely hijacked by the mental story playing in your head. You're living in a virtual reality of worst-case scenarios and imaginary conversations. The fastest way to break this spell is to come back to your immediate physical reality. Try this right now as you're watching. Notice 3 things you can see around you. Really look at them. Notice 2 sounds you can hear. Feel 1 thing you can touch, like the texture of your clothes or the temperature of the air on your skin. What happened just now? Your body went from being on high alert to feeling present. You broke the thought loop by using your senses. This isn't just a way to distract yourself. You're actually training your brain to link the present moment with safety instead of danger. This works because overthinking only exists in past regret or future worry. It cannot survive in the present moment. When you anchor yourself in what's real and immediate, the imaginary problems lose their grip on you. The 1-year reality check. Here's a quick reality check that can make most of your worries feel smaller. Ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? Most of the time, the answer will set you free. That thing you said that felt embarrassing, the small mistake at work, a year from now, you probably won't even remember them. Draw the worry line. If you must think something through, do it without falling into the spiral. Set a timer. Give yourself 15 minutes for small decisions, maybe a few hours for bigger ones. When the timer goes off, you commit to either taking action or moving on. No exceptions. This prevents your brain from chewing on the same problem for days. Why your ego fights this process. Your ego is going to hate what comes next because it challenges the very foundation of how you've been trying to solve your problems. You stay stuck in overthinking loops because part of you believes that thinking harder eventually leads to a solution. Your ego is convinced that if you just analyze the situation from enough angles, worry about it intensely enough, or plan for every possible outcome, you'll finally feel safe and in control. But the hard truth, overthinking gives you the illusion of control while actually making you more powerless. It feels like you're doing something important, but you're just spinning your wheels. Real power comes from accepting that you can't think your way out of an emotional problem. You have to feel your way through it. This means letting go of the need to have everything figured out and trusting that clarity comes through action, not analysis. The perfection trap, something you might not expect. Perfectionism is really just overthinking in a different form. If you can't send an email because the wording isn't perfect, or you can't finish a project because every detail has to be flawless, you're stuck in the same loop. Sometimes good enough is perfect, and life moves forward when you do, not when every detail is perfect. Protecting your mental space. Now let's talk about protecting your mind. Because if you keep giving your brain the content that causes anxiety, overthinking is bound to happen. Too much news, endless scrolling through social media, toxic conversations that drain you, all of this is fuel for the overthinking fire. You wouldn't eat garbage and expect your body to feel great, so why feed your mind garbage and expect mental clarity? The art of letting go. Letting go doesn't mean acting happy or pretending problems don't exist. It means accepting that you can't control everything, and you don't need to. When you stop holding on to every thought, you switch off the stress that's been running in the background. Each time you choose peace instead of panic, you're teaching your body to stay calm instead of going into chaos. You are not your thoughts. Your mind is incredibly powerful when you understand how to direct it properly. And there are specific techniques for dealing with anxiety, self-doubt, and all the other ways your brain tries to protect you from imaginary threats. The most important thing to remember is this: peace isn't something you have to earn or achieve. It's your natural state when you stop interfering with it. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who chooses which ones get to stay. If this video helped you, hit the like button, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more tips to quiet your mind and take back control of your thoughts. Your mind can be your strongest tool, and now you know how to make that happen.